Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, students. Yeah, I can see there are so many schools, JNV, Anand, Gandhinagar, Shimoga. Great. Bhavnagar, Usmanabad. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Thank you so much for joining here. Okay, I'll start the class then. It's exactly 4:59. So before starting my class, I'm going to launch a poll. Please let me know if I'm perfectly audible and visible to you or not. Okay, I'm going to launch the poll. Yes, I have launched the poll. Please make sure you answer here so that we can go ahead for more. Yes. Okay. I'm perfectly audible then. No problem with the internet and connectivity. Great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for answering in the poll. Now I can fearlessly move ahead and start my class. Great. So, yes, students, my name is Ghazala Firdos, and you already know, you have seen me in the last week classes also. Okay, and in the last class, I have dealt and taught you about the reproductive health, right? I have given you the concepts of reproductive health. For today's class, what we are going to do is we are going to solve very important questions from the human reproduction chapter. Okay, I have taken like 25 to 30 questions. We are going to solve them. What I want from your side is keep your paper pen handy. Okay, so keep it handy, and then you have to be very attentive while reading the questions. Okay, I will give you some time to read the question, to read the options, and I want all of my students to flood the chat box with the answers. Okay, so meanwhile, I'll be launching the poll. You can also answer in the poll, and you can also write in the chat box. Okay, so for now, we are going to understand all the questions. Okay, you have studied the concept of NCERT. Today, we are going to solve it. Okay, and we're applying it today. Now, so coming the first question on your screen, this question was asked in NEET 2019. Okay, so there's a question on the screen. I'll read it out for you. Select the correct sequence of transport of sperm cells in male reproductive system. Okay, so in the male reproductive system, what is the sequence of transport of sperms? Okay, so take your time, read the options, write the option in your notebook, and then now I will launch the poll, and there you're going to answer it. Okay. Okay, very good, Gandhinagar and Baruch. I can see people are answering in the chat box. Very good, beautiful. Now I'll launch the poll. Please make sure that you also answer in the poll. Okay. Oh, give me a minute. I'll change the poll. Yes, yes, yes. It will be launched now. Okay. Launched. I want answers to be in the poll, and very good, Mahasagar, very good, Baruch. I'm very happy to see people are answering here. Take your time, take your time. Yes. Beautiful. Okay, now I will end the poll. Now I will end the poll because I have got the answers. Most of you have chosen option B as your answer. Let us see if you're okay. So, yeah, if you see this diagram, beta, if you see this diagram, you will see the sequence. This question we have done in the last class also. I mean, in the last week also, I have taken same kind of question, and I did, I was not expecting many of you to choose the wrong option, but I'm hurt. Let's see where you have did the mistake. Okay. So whenever you are studying about the sequence, you have to please keep it in mind. Always first comes is testis. Okay, so first comes is testis. If there is testis, you have to choose testis, or other than that, there might be a seminiferous tubule. Okay, from seminiferous tubule, there will be rated testis. This is rated testis. Okay, then efferent ductules. Okay, efferent ductules also called as efferentia, vasa efferentia. Okay, from vasa efferentia, the vasa efferentia will be here. There will be an epididymis. From epididymis, there will be the vas deferens or ductus deferens. Okay, from vas deferens, it will go to the ejaculatory duct. From ejaculatory duct to urethra, and then urethral meatus. Okay, so if you see the options here, testis, seminiferous tubules. Okay. Then your second option should be rated testis. Okay. Second option should be rated testis, and then vasa efferentia, epididymis, vas deferens, ejaculatory duct, urethra, urethral meatus. Okay. So your correct answer is 2 actually. B is correct answer. But for those students who are not aware of inguinal canal, ओके मुझे बहुत बच्चे पूछ सकते हैं कि मैम इंग्विनल कैनाल क्या है, आपने तो बताया ही नहीं. तो बेटा इंग्विनल कैनाल इज नथिंग बट देयर इज अ वेरी स्मॉल पाइपलाइन काइंड ऑफ अ कैनाल. यू कैन सी हियर, आई हैव शोन यू इन द पिक्चर हियर. Okay, this is inguinal canal. Okay, so when the baby is in 8th month, okay, so baby jab 8th month ka bachcha ho, like I'm talking about the prenatal, okay, prenatal area where there will be the transfer, or you can say the descendants of testes to the scrotum. What I'm trying to say is the testis is not originated in the scrotum. Okay, testis is descended or shifted to the scrotal back. So from where, ma'am, who or from which area does this testis is originated? Testis is originated from the abdominal wall in the lumbar region. Okay, kidney के नीचे होता है बेटा, little lower to the kidney. In that region, in the lumbar region, there is a formation of testis from the abdominal wall. And when the baby is in 8th month, okay, in the 8th month, at that time, this testis will be descended down into the scrotal sac. Okay, so sometimes there might be a problem with this descendants. Okay, sometimes that problem might be very severe. So what happens here, this testis might stuck in the inguinal canal, or it might stuck here in the beginning of the scrotal bag. So this condition is called as cryptorchidism. Okay, cryptorchidism. Cryptorchidism means what? The descendants of testis has not occurred into the scrotal bag. Okay, so this is one of the conditions. So this is inguinal canal. That canal is through which the testis is descended. Clear? So I hope this is clear now. So this is the sequence which I have told you in the last class only. 2 is the correct option for this. Okay, clear beta? Let's move ahead now. The second question is on the screen. The testes in humans are situated outside the abdominal cavity, inside a pouch called scrotum. The purpose served is for maintaining the scrotal temperature lower than the internal body temperature, escaping any possible compression by the visceral organs, providing more space for the growth of epididymis, providing a secondary sexual feature. Very good, my students. I can see students are already answering in the chat box. You have all my love. Thank you so much. Very good, very good, Mahisagar and Gandhinagar. Oh, beautiful Dahod. I don't know how to pronounce it. Either it is Dahod or Dahod or Dahod. I don't know. I have never heard of that place. Sorry if I have mispronounced it. Okay. So very good. Most of you are answering it correctly, and I'm very happy to see that. Very happy to see that. Because it is given in your NCRT. Okay, it is directly taken from your NCRT. Okay, there is nothing difficult here. Okay, so your 40 seconds are done. I have given you enough time. I'm ending the poll. Okay, I'm ending the poll. And most of you have chosen option A as the correct option. Okay, so you might be wondering why ma'am doesn't launch or doesn't put that timer. Okay, I feel like timer is applicable for other subjects where you need more time. But biology is a subject where the concepts will be in your mind and tip of your tongue. तो फटाफट जल्दी जल्दी से हो जाता है, इसीलिए मैं टाइमर नहीं रखती. I want you to be very quick and active here. Okay, great. Yes. So what is the question saying? Okay, the question says the testes in humans are situated outside the abdominal cavity. We know that, okay, abdominal cavity in a pouch called as scrotum. So this is that scrotum pouch, okay, and the testes are not present inside the abdominal cavity but outside. So what is the main reason for this? Because in the internal body has a particular temperature. Testes need 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius lesser temperature. Okay, so our internal body has the temperature that should be lesser. Okay, 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius lesser, that should be in a scrotal bag, and that is in a testis. Okay, so if you're asking me why, ma'am, why testes need less temperature compared to the internal body, that is because to perform the function of spermatogenesis and spermiogenesis properly. Okay, so that functioning should be happening perfectly and it needs little bit lesser temperature. Okay, so yeah, you might be wondering, okay, then this scrotal sac is also called as thermoregulatory organ. Okay, so it is also called as thermoregulatory. So if you're wondering what is thermoregulatory, what happens, consider there is a male boy, okay, male boy who is feeling very cold, okay, very severe cold. He is in an Antarctica kind of area and he's feeling very cold. At that time, what happens? The scrotal sac will be shrunken, or it will be scrotum will be near the man or near the internal body. Okay, why? Because to get the heat from the internal body. When we are in a colder area or in the colder condition, our body synthesizes more heat and scrotum will be contracted and closer to the body. Similarly, when the person is in a hotter conditions, like kahin Dubai ke desert mein chale gaye aap log, okay, there is so much of heat. At that time, the scrotal sac will relax. It will relax and it will move out of the body. So this is how our scrotal sac will do the thermoregulation based on the temperature. And these thermoregulatory conditions are done by two muscles. I hope you know them, Dartos muscle and cremaster muscle. Okay, you have studied this in the previous classes. Okay, so आप लोगों ने ये पढ़ा है बेटा. I hope you remember cremaster and Dartos muscles. Okay, so Dartos is lined, एकदम नीचे line होता है scrotum के. Dartos is lined very beneath to the scrotum, whereas cremaster will be present as a covering on the testis. Cremaster will uplift the testis and then scrotum will shrink. Okay, then cremaster will elevate and then the scrotum will relax. So this is how cremaster and dartos are the important muscles. Those help in the thermoregulation. Okay, so answer for this question is option A. Okay, so these are all not the correct options, beta. Okay, so these are all not the correct options. Clear? Now, coming to the third question, if for some reason the vasa efferentia in the human reproductive system gets blocked, the gametes will not be transported from. This is again a similar question as the sequence. Okay, similar question to the sequence, and I want everyone to be answering this. Very good. I feel like Mahi Sagar is like आज ठान के आया है, मैं तो आज फाड़ दूंगा. Very good. Correct answer, beta. I'm launching the poll. Please make sure and answer in the poll. This is very easy. Very easy. We have, read this in the previous questions. We are talking about vasa efferentia, beta. Don't choose ovary, uterus, vagina, and all those options. We are talking about male, human male. Okay, human male. Where do you see vasa efferentia? Okay, very good, JNV Ahmedabad. It is also in the YouTube. Very good. Keep answering in the chat box. Okay. Last 2 seconds. Last 2 seconds. Great. I'm ending the poll. And most of you have answered option A as the correct answer. Okay. So let us see which is the correct answer here. Again, वही diagram. अरे आप ये diagram देख देख के ना तंग आ जाओगे, मैं बता रही हूँ. Okay. So here what you can see. Okay. Vasa efferentia is blocked for some reason. Okay, for some reason, vasa efferentia is blocked. Where is vasa efferentia? Vasa efferentia is present here between the retetestis and the epididymis. Okay, so if this vasa efferentia is blocked in human system, so how gametes will be transported from where to where? Okay, so epididymis to vas, first one is testis to epididymis. Okay, so this is testis. This entire part is testis. So testis to epididymis will be blocked. Yes, this is correct. But let us look at the other options. Epididymis to vas difference? No, because both of them are outside the vasa efferentia. So not a correct answer. And these two are definitely not correct because they are, talking about the female system. And here we are talking about the male system. So correct answer is 1, testis to epididymis. Okay, so vasa efferentia is present in between the testis and epididymis. So the flow or the movement of sperm is like this. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. Very easy question. Okay. Yeah, there's a question on the screen. Take some time to read the question. The difference between spermiogenesis and spermiation. Spermiogenesis and spermiation. Take your time. I'll not launch the poll right now. I'll give you some time and then I'll launch. Read the options. Read the options very carefully. Very good, Mahi Sagar. Very good, Baruch. Very good, very good. The Horde, very nice. But you have to check your answers once. Check your answers once. Yeah, correct. Yes, the Horde, correct. Then, perfect. Okay, so as all of you are answering in the chat box, now I will launch the poll. So please make sure you answer in the, okay, it should be very quick. Within a fraction of seconds, you have to choose your answers and then we'll end the poll. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, I'm ending the poll. 99% of you have chosen option D as your correct answer. Let us see which is the correct option here. Okay, here we are talking about spermiogenesis and spermiation. Okay, so these two processes are seen in spermatogenesis. Okay, what is spermatogenesis? Spermatogenesis is the process of formation of sperm or spermatid from spermatogonia. That is different. Spermatogenesis, that is the entire process. But in the spermatogenesis, you are going to see these two processes. Spermatogenesis के अंदर ये दो process है बेटा. Okay. So what is spermiogenesis? Spermiogenesis means nothing but the process of transformation of spermatid to spermatozoa. Okay. Spermatid to spermatozoa का transformation is by spermiogenesis. Spermiation means what? The sperms which have embedded their head into the Sertoli cells will be released out into the tubules. Okay, so here let us see the options. Which are the options? Spermiogenesis, spermatids are formed. No, spermatids are not formed. In spermiogenesis, spermatozoa is formed. Yes. While in no. The second one is also not correct. In spermiogenesis, spermatozoa from no, bhai, no. Okay. In spermiogenesis, spermatozoa are formed. Yes, that is correct. While in spermiation, spermatozoa are released from Sertoli cells into the cavity of seminiferous tubules. Okay, so option is 4. Fourth answer is correct answer. Okay, now there's another question on the screen. Again, if you have understood this, you will answer it within fraction of seconds. Within fraction of seconds, answer it. Spermiogenesis is the process of transformation of what? You have to look at the diagram and see the numericals. Okay, A, B, C, D, E. And you have to choose the option. Spermiogenesis. Very good, the Horde. Very good, Mahi Sagar. Now I will launch the poll. Okay, now I will launch the poll. Please make sure that you answer in the poll. Very good, both of you. Yes, I can see most of you are trying to answer the correct one. But please see, this we have completed understanding. I don't want any of you to make mistakes here. Please take your time. Take your time and then answer. बेटा मुझे यहाँ पे mistakes बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं है. ठीक है? I'm ending the poll now. Last 3, 2, 1. Okay, I have given 40 seconds. Done. Okay, so most of you have chosen option C as the correct option. Yeah, most of you have chosen correct, but Gandhinagar, I think you might have got confused here. Please look at the description, which I'm going to tell you now. Okay, this is very simple, beta. Okay, very simple. Here, what happened? Mitosis differentiation. So this is spermatogonia. Okay, so this is spermatogonia. Okay, this is spermatogonia. Spermatogonia will undergo mitotic division to give primary spermatocyte. So E is spermatogonia and A is what? Primary spermatocyte. This primary spermatocyte will undergo first meiotic division to give the secondary spermatocyte. Right? So this secondary spermatocyte will again undergo second meiotic division to give the spermatids. Okay, to give the spermatids. These spermatids will undergo differentiation, okay, or they will change themselves to become the spermatozoa. Okay, spermatozoa. So here, spermiogenesis is the process of formation of spermatid to spermatozoa. Then what you have to choose? C to D. C to D, that which is a third option. C to D is a correct option here, beta. Okay. Yes, is it clear to everyone? Those who have chosen other options. Okay. So please look here. C to D, spermatids to spermatozoa process is spermiogenesis. Clear? Okay. Now, there's another question on the screen. Given below are two statements. There are two statements. Statement 1 says, the release of sperms into the seminiferous tubules is called spermiation. Statement 2 says, spermiogenesis is the process of formation of sperms from spermatogonia. Okay. These two are the statements and you have to choose the options and then answer in the chat box. Very good. अरे रे मुझे अभी से आंसर्स आ रहे हैं यहाँ पे. Very nice. Mahisagar, Gandhinagar. Yeah. Perfect. Very good. Kolhapur. I'm going to launch the poll. ऐसे ही बस जल्दी जल्दी पोल में भी आंसर कर दो बेटा, so that we can move ahead. Correct answers. Okay, I'm feeling so happy. You are answering it correct. Yes. Okay. Read the statements and then try to answer. Please read the statements. Last 5 seconds. Okay, I have ended the poll. Most of you have chosen option B as the correct option. So let us see here. Here they have given two statements, right? So which is the first statement? The release of sperms into the seminiferous tubules is called spermiation. It is a correct statement. It's a correct statement, right? Just now we saw. Now, spermiogenesis is the no. See, the process mentioned is of not spermiogenesis, but spermatogenesis. Okay, they have given the definition of spermatogenesis. Okay, so option B is the correct option because statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is incorrect. Okay, so B is the correct answer here. Clear? So same diagram you can see here. Now, question 7. Withdrawal of which of the following hormone is the immediate cause of menstruation? Immediate cause of menstruation, how? Estrogen, FSH, FSH, RH, progesterone. Think. Very good, Dahod, very good. I'm going to launch the poll now. I told you, right? You have to be very quick and super active. Super active and very quick. Very good. Very good, Mahisagar. Last 5 seconds. Good. I'm ending the poll now. Okay, I'm ending the poll. Clear. So what they have given here, withdrawal of which of the following hormone is the immediate cause of menstruation? Please listen to me very carefully. Listen to me very carefully. Okay. Menstruation is the next step. Okay, so before that, there is a secretory phase. Okay, luteal phase or secretory phase. Okay, beta. So now you tell me what happens in the luteal phase. Oh my God, what I have written here. Okay, so luteal phase or secretory phase. In the luteal phase, what happens? If the secondary oocyte has got fertilized, secondary oocyte or the ovum has got fertilized, then what happens? The corpus luteum will not be degenerated. It will stay there. It will stay there and it will synthesize a hormone called as progesterone. Okay, it will synthesize a hormone called as progesterone. So luteal phase will have the corpus luteum. It will have the corpus luteum in the ovary, and this corpus luteum will give the hormone progesterone. This progesterone hormone will maintain and it will do two things. What is that? It will maintain the endometrium lining or the uterus, so that the cushioning effect will be there for the upcoming implantation and for the gestation period. This will happen when the fertilization occurs. If there is no fertilization, okay, ovum was there, but there is no meeting of sperm and egg, so no fertilization. At that time, what happened? Corpus luteum will degenerate. So if there is a degenerate of corpus luteum, there is a sudden drop in the progesterone. Okay, so when there is a sudden drop in the progesterone, the next step that happens is the menstruation. Okay, so menstruation hoga ya nahi hoga depend upon this corpus luteum's presence. If there is a presence of corpus luteum, it indicates pregnancy. When there is a pregnancy, there is a continuous release of hormone progesterone. Okay, so when there is no fertilization, no presence of corpus luteum, no progesterone. When there is a sudden fall of progesterone, then there is a menstruation. Okay, so I hope everyone has understood this. Okay, everyone has understood this. So menstruation hoga ya nahi hoga depend upon this corpus luteum जो progesterone hormone release कर रहा है. Progesterone hormone plays a very important role. Okay, to keep the pregnancy or to occur menstruation. Clear? Clear to everyone? Give me a thumbs up if it is clear. Please do it quick. Give me a thumbs up if it is clear. Okay, Gandhinagar, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So here you can see there is a sudden drop of progesterone. So not just progesterone beta, in the menstruation, every hormone is very less. Okay, सारे hormones का level बहुत कम होता है. Okay, there will be no spikes or there will not a very huge surge of anything. All the hormones will be a bit of moderate and less only. But for menstruation to happen, progesterone is very important. Okay, now let's move ahead. Okay, which one of the following statements is incorrect about menstruation? About menstruation, which of the statement is incorrect? At menopause in the female, there is especially abrupt increase in the gonadotropic hormones. The beginning of cycle of menstruation is called menarche. During normal menstruation, about 40 ml of blood is lost. The menstrual fluid can easily clot. The whole think, think and then answer. Your answer is wrong. Think and then answer. Which of the statements are incorrect? Is incorrect about menstruation? Very good, Gandhinagar. Your answer is correct. Kolhapur, again, think and answer. I knew you will get confused between those two options. I knew. Very good, Del. Very good. Okay. Very good, Del. Yeah. Correct answer. Okay. Yes, the word. Now you are correct. Now you are correct. Now you're correct. Okay, I have launched the poll. Please quickly choose your option. Quickly, I'm just giving you 5 seconds. Quickly. Because I don't want to waste more time here on these polls and everything. Because we have so many questions to do. Are yaar, the people who are choosing B as their option, you will be scolded. Okay, I'm ending the poll now. Okay, what do you see here? Which of the following statement is incorrect about menstruation? Okay, so here at menopause, there is especially abrupt increase in the gonadotropic hormone. Okay, for menstruation, you know, the beginning of menstruation is called as menarche. Okay, here the beginning of the cycle of menstruation is called as menarche, and the pause, okay, and the pause is called as menopause. Okay, clear? So अभी क्या होगा बेटा? अभी क्या होगा? At the menopause phase, there is an abrupt increase in the gonadotropic hormone. You might be wondering, ma'am, which are the gonadotropin hormone? Gonadotropin hormone are LH and FSH. Okay, they are increased, but why? But why? See, during menopause, very less follicles are left. Okay, very less follicles are left. So there will be very less follicles present in the ovary. So less means what, beta? Nearly negligible. During the menopause time, there will be negligible. Okay, very less. Okay. You must be knowing the negative feedback. आपको पता है ना बेटा, आपने पढ़ा है ह्यूमन रिप्रोडक्शन के चैप्टर में नेगेटिव फीडबैक होता है. नेगेटिव फीडबैक क्या है? देखो बेटा, यहाँ पे हाइपोथैलेमस होता है. Okay, there will be a hypothalamus. There will be a pituitary gland. Okay, so this pituitary gland will secrete the LH and FSH. Okay, so here what they will do, these both the hormones will help in the progesterone and estrogen synthesis. Okay, so FSH से क्या होता है बेटा? FSH is the follicle stimulating hormone. FSH will stimulate the follicles, and those follicles will have the granulosa cells. Those granulosa cells will give the estrogen. Estrogen will enhance positively, poke or positively give the signals to pituitary gland to secrete more LH. Then there is surge of LH. ठीक है, ये सब कुछ होगा. ठीक है, जब बेटा वोवरी के अंदर फॉलिकल्स ही नहीं होंगे, then there is no chance of estrogen and progesterone. मतलब there will be very less. There will be very less. When these two hormones are very less, okay, these two hormones are very less, then what happens? These two hormones is their job to indicate the pituitary gland to stop. ठीक है, estrogen and progesterone बोलेंगे बेटा, they will give the negative feedback to pituitary gland saying stop. Okay, but these are not present during the menopause time. Hence, this pituitary gland will not get instructions from estrogen and progesterone, and it will continue releasing the LH and FSH. That is why during the menopause, there will be an abrupt increase in these gonadotropic hormones FSH and LH, because there is decrease in estrogen and progesterone. Clear? So option A is correct. Correct मतलब क्या कहते हैं बेटा, चारों statements में correct statement है. This is correct statement. Okay. Beginning of cycle of menstruation is correct. That is monarch. Okay, Minark. Then during normal menstruation, 40 ml of blood is lost. This is also correct. Nearly 40 ml is lost. Okay. Now, menstrual fluid can easily clot. This is wrong. It will never be easily clotted. Why? Because there will be anticoagulating agents. There will be anticoagulating agents which will constantly keep the blood flowing. Keep the blood flowing. Hence, there will be no clotting. No clotting. ओके सो फाइब्रिनोजन बनेगा, वहां पे कुछ प्लाज्मिन होगा, वो सब जो होगा ना बेटा उसको अवॉइड करेगा. इट विल बी अवॉइडेड by the anticoagulatory agents. So the correct option, okay, so correct one is 4 or D. Okay, have you understood the first option which I have explained you? That means why there is abrupt increase in the gonadotropic hormone. Clear? Okay, Gandhinagar. Okay, clear. Clear to everyone? Okay, then let's move ahead. Ninth, which one of the following is the correct matching of the events occurring during menstrual cycle? Okay, I want to see the correct option. We want to see the correct matching events. Read the option carefully. Later, I'll launch the poll. Take your time. Take your time. Okay, I'll launch the poll now. I'll launch the poll. I have told you menstrual cycle is very important concept. You will expect many questions from this. Very good, very good. I can see many of you are choosing correct option. Okay. Very good, Del. Very good, Gandhinagar. Very good, Mahisagar. Oh my God, क्या हो गया? Okay. Yes, very good, very good. Now we are going to see here, which is the correct option. So what they're asking to match the correct events, okay, correct matching events. So menstruation means what? Breaking down of myometrium. No, endometrium. Okay, there are 3 layers in the uterus: endometrium, myometrium, and perimetrium. So breakdown of myometrium, no. And ovum not fertilized, this is correct, but myometrium is wrong. Ovulation, LH and FSH attain peak and sharp fall in the secretion of progesterone. Okay. Do you think during ovulation there is a peak level of LH and FSH both? Both का peak level हो रहा है? आप एक बात बताओ मुझे. There is a surge of LH, I agree. But attain peak, FSH का peak तो नहीं हो रहा है भाई. कहाँ पे है FSH? Is there a peak of FSH here? Do you see FSH peak here? No, right? There is no attain a high peak of FSH, but there is a peak of LH. Then sharp fall in the secretion of progesterone. No. Okay. So ovulation के time पे बेटा progesterone is not in the picture. Progesterone will be secreted after ovulation when there is a corpus luteum. Follicle से जब ovum बाहर निकल जाता है, that follicle will become corpus luteum. This corpus luteum will secrete the progesterone. Okay, so there is no concept of progesterone. So there is no sudden fall or sudden rise. So here option 2 is also wrong option and 1 is also wrong. Okay, then proliferative phase, rapid regeneration of why this person is saying myometrium? No, this is wrong. No myometrium. Okay, so maturation of graphene follicle, yes, this is there. But regeneration of myometrium, no, endometrium. Why? Because endometrium is the one that is lost in the menstrual cycle. So that's why regeneration of endometrium should happen, not myometrium. Myometrium will be only helped during the contraction of uterus. Okay, during the parturition process, the strong contraction of myometrium through which the baby has to come out, only there myometrium will come. Okay, so development of corpus luteum, secretory phase, yes, it is a secretory phase. Increased secretion of progesterone. Correct. So option 4 is the correct option. Clear बेटा? किसी को doubt है यहाँ पे कुछ? Anybody has any doubt? No, clear. Menstrual flow occurs due to lack of. Same kind of question we answered just now. I'll not launch poll for this. I'll not launch poll for this. Just answer it in the chat box very quickly. Menstrual flow occurs due to lack of. Think. Just now we did this question. Very good, David. People are sleeping or what? Then I launched the poll. I know this is last class beta, but we're solving questions. I need everyone's attention here. Okay. Menstrual flow occurs due to lack of. Okay. Very good. Most of you are answering it correctly. I have ended the poll. Okay. So vasopressin, what is vasopressin beta? Vasopressin is nothing but anti-diuretic hormone. Okay, you will study about this while you're studying about the excretion chapter. Excretion. Okay, so vasopressin helps to keep the more water retention in the body. Okay, water अगर हमारे body के अंदर retain होना है, then comes this hormone, anti-diuretic hormone. But it is nowhere in the picture of menstrual cycle. Okay, so progesterone, yes, just now I told you, because menstruation to occur, corpus luteum will degenerate, progesterone will suddenly fall. Okay, let's keep the progesterone. Now, FSH. So, follicle stimulating hormone helps in the growth of follicles or the development of follicles, right? So, there is no link with the menstrual flow. FSH का menstrual flow के साथ कोई link नहीं है. Oxytocin also, no. Okay, so oxytocin, you have studied the oxytocin, where oxytocin is helpful. Oxytocin is helpful in two times. One, while attaining puberty. Okay, while attaining puberty, oxytocin will help. Another time, when there is a reflux. Okay, so हमने पढ़ा है ना बेटा fetal ejection reflux. पढ़ा है हमने during the process of parturition. There are suckling reflex. Where we have studied oxytocin, you have to tell me in the chat box. Suckling reflex or fetal ejection reflex. Where did you see the oxytocin? Okay, तो मेरी क्लास नहीं सुनी थी वो. Okay, last week you were not attentive then. Oxytocin. During parturition, we have seen oxytocin beta for the sudden, the abrupt contractions of the uterine muscles. Okay, I hope you remember the concepts. Which of the following events is not associated with ovulation in human female? Okay, so ovulation ke time pe, which of the following events are not associated? Okay, read the question carefully and then try to answer. LH surge, decrease in estradiol, full development of Graafian follicle, release of secondary oocyte. I'm going to launch the poll now. Very good, very good. Somebody has answered it and they are correct. Who is it? Mahisagar, Gandhinagar, Del. Very good, very good. All of you are correct. Which of the following events is not associated with ovulation in human female? Most of you are answering it correctly. I'm so happy to see that. Very good, the word, very good. Okay, so which is not associated with ovulation? But what is ovulation? Ovulation is the release of secondary oocyte or egg from the ovary, right? So during that process, there is LH surge. It will happen. Okay, decrease in estradiol is nothing but estrogen. Okay, estrogen ही estradiol है बेटा. आप इसमें ज़्यादा confused मत हो. Both are one and the same. Estradiol and estrogen. Actually, estradiol is the group of hormones in which the estrogen will come. Okay, I have answered your question. Okay, estradiol will have not just estrogen but many more hormones together. But in your syllabus, what you need to remember, estrogen is estradiol. Okay. Now, full development of Graafian follicle, yes. When there is a development of Graafian follicle, only then ovulation will occur. So what is ovulation? Release of secondary oocyte. So which is not associated? Decrease in estrogen. Okay, actually there is an eventually increase in estrogen, right? Because FSH, as it grows, it will help in the growth of follicles. Follicles में होता है granulosa cells. Those granulosa cells will eventually increase the estrogen. Estrogen will give the positive signal for pituitary gland to release the LH. Okay, so this is how it is complementary. Decrease in estradiol is definitely not correct. Okay. Now, no new follicles develop in the luteal phase of the menstrual cycle because in the luteal phase, no new follicles are developed. Why? Because follicles do not remain in the ovary. Please read the options and then try to answer in the chat box. I'll also launch the poll here. Better think and answer, Gandhinagar. Take your time. Follicles do not remain in the ovary after ovulation. Think. Think and then answer, beta. Only one person has answered in the poll. Okay, 2, 3. Okay. Let's see which is the correct option here. So what happens, beta, during the menstrual cycle in the proliferative phase? Okay, so during the proliferative phase, what happens? There is a growth of follicles. Okay, in the proliferative phase, follicles will grow. Okay, follicles will grow. So these follicles will grow and eventually it will become the Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle, during the ovulation, it will release the egg, right? So after that, then comes the luteal phase. Okay, so then comes the luteal phase. What happens in the luteal phase? There are follicles present in the ovary. Okay, there are follicles present in the ovary, but those are not developed. Okay, they will develop in the next month. They'll develop in the next month from the ovary. Okay, so follicles remain in the ovary beta after ovulation, but these follicles will not be developed and they will develop in the next month through the folliculogenesis, and then again another ovulation will occur. Okay, clear? Right. So this is not the correct option then. Okay, so FSH levels are high in the luteal phase. Do you think that? Look at this diagram. Look at this diagram. Okay, so luteal phase में क्या हो रहा है बेटा? FSH level क्या हो रहा है? FSH level is low, right? But it is given high. Wrong. LH levels are high in the luteal phase. No, it is low. Okay, so fourth option, both FSH and LH levels are low in the luteal phase. See, this is the luteal phase. FSH, LH both are low. Hence, the answer for this question is 4. Did you understand why 1 is not the option? Because follicles will be there in the ovary, but they'll not be mature. It will not be Graafian follicle. But those follicles will be matured and ovulate in the next month. Clear? Only one ovary will be, one ovulation, one egg ovulation per month. Okay, select the incorrect statement here. You have to choose the incorrect statement. Please read the statements and then answer. I will launch the poll. Take your time, read the question and then try to answer. Very good. Very good, Del. Appreciated what you are doing. Correct answers. Okay. Correct. People are choosing correct answers. I'm very happy to see this. Very happy to see. I think now you are clear with the menstrual cycle. I think अब आप लोग pro हो गए हो menstrual cycle में. I'm very happy to see everybody has answered it correctly. Okay, which is the incorrect statement? FSH stimulates the Sertoli cell, which helps in the spermation. Yes, it does. This statement is directly taken from NCRT. आप अगर NCRT जाके पढ़ोगे, this statement is directly taken. FSH stimulates the Sertoli cells, which helps the spermiogenesis. That is correct. Okay. LH triggers the ovulation in ovary. This is also correct. Okay. Now, LH and FSH decrease gradually during the follicular phase. No, actually they increase gradually. I told you, right? FSH means FSH acts on follicle. Follicle will eventually grow. Then ovulation will occur with the surge of LH. Okay, so this is incorrect. 3 is incorrect. Let us see fourth option. LH triggers secretion of androgens from the leading cell. This is also correct. And both 1 and 4th statement is directly taken from NCRT. So hence correct option for this is option 3. Okay. Now, which of the following layer in an antral follicle is acellular? Acellular. Antral follicle. Try to answer it. Let us see how many of you will do it correctly. Which of the following layers in the antral follicle is acellular? Try to answer in the poll also. Come on, do it. Let me check how much you have understood this. The whole better think and then answer. Okay. I guess many of you are confused in this. Let me clear this for you. Okay. Look at this diagram, beta. Look at this diagram. This is a structure of ovum. Okay, this is a structure of ovum. Here you can see there is a nucleus. Okay, and this is the ooplasm, or also called as cytoplasm. Okay, also called as cytoplasm. Here you are going to see the options. Okay, where is zona pellucida? This is zona pellucida. Okay, zona pellucida is glycoprotein layer, beta. It is a glycoproteinaceous or protein layer. Hence, it will not be having any cells. It is acellular. Okay, it is acellular. Glycoprotein means what? Okay, it's a molecular structure. Okay, there is no cell here. Okay, there is no cell here. Granulosa cells, these are the granulosa cells, beta. Can you see this? All these cells, these yellow color cells, these are granulosa cells. Okay, so you might be saying, ma'am, these are corona radiata. Okay, beta, जब ये follicle के अंदर थे, okay, so when this egg was inside a follicle, it was called as granulosa cell. But later, when the after ovulation has occurred, those same granulosa cells are called as corona radiata. Corona radiata granulosa cells are nothing but same. Okay, they're nothing but same. And then theca interna and theca externa. Okay, so theca interna and theca externa, that you will see during the folliculogenesis. Okay, but जब folliculogenesis होगा, at that time you will see, okay, वहां पे भी मतलब जैसे प्राइमरी फॉलिकल का ग्रोथ होगा, देन कम सेकेंडरी फॉलिकल, देन कम्स टर्शियरी फॉलिकल with the mature Graafian follicle. Okay, so in the mature Graafian follicle, everything, this proper ovum will be there. But in the tertiary, there will be the antrum. We will see the formation of antrum and the layers of theca, externa and interna. Okay, that is how you are going to see. But here, which is the acellular, that is zona pellucida, beta. Granulosa cells may be acellular condition nahi hai. Theca, internal and external also has the cells, and the stroma is nowhere related here. Okay, so zona pellucida is acellular because it is a glycoproteinaceous. Clear? Now, Sertoli cells are found in. Where do you find the Sertoli cells? Where do you find the Sertoli cells? Very good, Del. Your answer is correct. Your answer is correct. I'm going to launch the poll. Please make sure you answer in the poll. This is very easy question, beta. Very easy question. Okay. I have launched and I have also ended the option, the poll. Sertoli cells are found in ovaries, no. Adrenal cortex, no. Pancreas, no. Seminiferous tubule, yes. As simple as that. You have studied this, okay? Seminiferous tubules, Leydig cells, interstitial fluid, everything. Okay. Now, secretions of which one of the following are rich in fructose, calcium, and some enzymes? Very good, Dahood. Yes, perfect. Del and Dahood are the ones who are actually involved in this question answer process, I feel like. Okay. Right. If you can see here, secretions from which one of the following are rich in fructose, calcium, and some enzymes? See, salivary glands will not have calcium. Okay, pancreas and liver all are wrong. Only D is the correct option here. It is simple, very simple question. Okay, male accessory gland. There's another question on the screen. The part of fallopian tube closest to the ovary is. Part of fallopian tube closest to the ovary is. Very good. Very good. People are answering in the chat box. I'm very happy to see that. Okay. So here in this diagram, you can see in this diagram, beta. So ovary is here. Which part is very close? That is infundibulum of the fallopian tube. Infundibulum of the fallopian tube is the closest to the ovary. Okay. Now, there's another question on the screen. Which of the following columns, match the following columns and select the correct option. Take your time and then answer. It's very easy, beta. Should we do it together? Very good, Dahood. You are the first one. Very good, Baruch. I'm very happy. Okay, so placenta, HCG. Placenta, HCG. Zona pellucida, layer of ovum. Bulbourethral gland, lubrication for the penis. Leydig cells will give androgens. Okay, option A is the correct answer. Very good, Jane Vishimoga. Very good. Now, another question. Match the columns. Match the columns. Don't get confused here. Don't get confused here. Use your brain. Very good, Dahood. Use your brain. Okay, so HCG placenta, HCG placenta. Okay, Leydig cell, androgen. Okay, now comes ovary. Dekho beta. Yes, very good, very good. Okay, so ovary will be giving. Okay, ovary will be giving which hormones? Come on, tell me. It will be giving both estrogen and progesterone. Right? It will be giving both estrogen and progesterone. So I will write it here as A. But whereas corpus luteum, see, even corpus luteum will give both progesterone and estrogen, but the amount of progesterone is very high amount of progesterone, but very less amount of estrogen. And if they are saying progesterone only, then we have to consider it as D only. Okay, it as, C. So which is the correct option? Here, 4, I guess. A, 2, B, 1, C, D, D3. Okay. So 4 is the correct option. Clear? Now, hormones secreted by the placenta to maintain pregnancy. Hormones secreted by the placenta to maintain pregnancy. Please answer in the chat box. Think and answer. Hormones secreted by the placenta, beta, by the placenta. Del, by the placenta. It's not asking hormones secreted during pregnancy. No, by placenta to maintain pregnancy. to maintain pregnancy. Okay. So many of you might be confused, beta. Okay, let me tell you. No, prolactin is not released by placenta. Okay, let me tell you. HCG, HPL by placenta, correct. Okay, HCG, HPL by the placenta, correct. Estrogen is also correct by placenta. Progesterone is also by placenta. But prolactin does not release by placenta. It is not released by placenta, beta. Okay, it is not released by placenta. It is released by the prolactin releasing hormone. Okay, clear. So oxytocin, same as prolactin. Same as prolactin. Okay, so glucocorticoids तो यहाँ पे link में ही नहीं है. So your answer is C here. Your answer is C. HCG, HPL, progesterone, and the estrogen. These four are the hormones secreted by placenta. These are also secreted during pregnancy, but not by placenta. Clear? Now, Kolhapur is here, right? Kolhapur is here, right? Okay. So that's all for the today. That's all for the today because time is over. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me. For the Kolhapur, I wanted to tell you the last question which you had asked me in the last class. In the identical twins, the fingerprints are different. And thank you for bringing that question to me. I looked upon it. Okay. So thank you for bringing it up. In the identical twins, the DNA is similar, but the fingerprints are different. Okay. Thank you for bringing up that question and clearing it up. Okay. So if you have any further doubts, you can ask. Anybody has any doubts? You know, I had brought many more questions, but unfortunately, we couldn't solve it. Thank you so much. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Otherwise, we'll end the meet. It's exactly 6 o'clock. Thank you for attending. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.